13th, 2020. We operate under the Massachusetts General Law, Chapter 131, Section 40, the Wetlands Protection Act, and Chapter 26 of the Town of Danvers General Bylaw, the Wetlands Protection Bylaw. After the applicant has presented his or her request and the board has had time to ask questions and discuss the project, we will accept questions from the audience. Because this is a public meeting, it is required by law that you give your name and address first. Although we may disagree on the issues raised, all persons present during this meeting are expected to be civil to all other meeting attendees. This includes the members of the commission, staff, abutters, concerned citizens, and property owners, and as well as project applicants. That being said, first order of business is a call to order and roll call. So we'll start to my left.
Vanessa Curran.
Michael Spillane, present.
Peter Wilson.
Kelsey King.
Georgia Pendergast.
Okay, on to item number 1 on our agenda. Request for certificate of compliance, 30 Water Street, DEP file number 14-1326.
Step off.
The applicant has requested a continuance to our next meeting on the 27th.
Okay.
So I'll entertain a motion that we just continue the hearing.
I'll make a motion to continue the hearing for a request for certificate of compliance for 30 Water Street, DEP file number 14-1326.
What's the next date?
27th.
27?
Yep.
Okay, to February
All right.
27th.
Motion's been made. Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, so that's good. Item B, request for certificate of compliance, 495 Newbury Street, DEP file number 14-731. Who is here to represent the applicant?
So there's a mic right in this corner, if you don't mind.
My name is Frank DeLuna, Small Icon Vaughan, High Street, North Andover, representing the Kavanaugh Trust. This is a very expired order of conditions. It was extended once Mr. Kavanaugh sold the property to another individual who was supposed to, or who did, develop it. Mr. Kavanaugh's property, if you're familiar with it, it's the Burr Industry property, just as you come to Route 1, is about to be sold, and during the title exam, we found that the order of conditions had expired. I did go to the site with your agents, and we did walk it, and Mr. Kavanaugh's property is actually not part of the project. So what we're looking for is a partial certificate of compliance releasing Mr. Kavanaugh's property from the order of conditions. I submitted a narrative setting forth the series of events that this occurred under.
So is there open conditions for all 3 lots?
Well, when the order of conditions was taken out, or was issued, it was all one lot. And after that, one lot was sold, and then a third lot was sold. But all the work that's relative to the order of conditions is on the property that is owned by Bizarra and not by Mr. Kavanaugh.
So that work has been done, but the order of conditions is still open?
Yes, but I'm not going to verify that.
But you're not
the work has been
representing
done.
them, right?
I'm not representing them, no, just Mr. Kavanaugh, or his trust in his estate.
Right. So do we know if that is still an open project?
So it would be open in that it hasn't received a certificate of compliance. So in releasing the partial for this gentleman, it would still hold these other 2 lots liable, which is now technically, I think, 485 Newbury. But so this owner is still required to close out.
And it's been open for 20 years,
Correct.
right?
But the work was done?
Yeah, the work has been done separate from this lot. I'm not sure if
It's
it was done in
interesting, is that-
compliance or the way it was done, but.
Yeah, because that's been there for a while, that parking lot. It all runs downhill. I'm sure the wetlands are down in here,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, do we know where the lines are?
We have them on a plan that was in the memo, but it's an older delineation, so it's hard to tell now,
Okay.
but it's further from Lot C.
I'm not an attorney, but my understanding is that they couldn't make this sort of transaction, to subdivide with an order of conditions governing the whole parcel. Is that a
They
accurate statement?
shouldn't, they couldn't, or they shouldn't.
They probably shouldn't, but
You can.
I thought there were, when there's title search for the sale of a property, that this comes up and it should be resolved before the property changes hands.
There was no bank involved, I believe. So therefore, there was probably no title exam or title insurance taken out, which is where that would have been caught.
That makes sense, yeah.
And there were no zoning issues with the subdivision, dividing the lots?
They apparently went before the planning board, and there was not an issue.
And then a plan was recorded with the
With the 3 lots, yes.
3 lots?
And this property is being sold, is that?
Mr. Kavanaugh's property, 2.3 acres, I believe.
Yeah,
His estate is selling it, yes.
What's on there now?
Burr Industries, it's a machine shop,
What is it? What kind of building? Is it
concrete.
A concrete building.
Built either in the late 50s or early
Yeah.
60s.
Metal sides too, doesn't it? I think so. Or maybe it's cinder block.
I think it's cinder block size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no further questions. Mike, do you?
No.
Vanessa, none?
No, no questions.
Kelsey?
I'm all set.
No? Anyone in the audience have any questions? All right, I'll entertain a motion. We issue a certificate of compliance.
Partial.
All right,
That'll be-
I'll,
that'll be in the
Note that
motion.
just Lot C is being released
Right.
in the partial
Right.
certificate.
I'll make a motion that we issue a partial certificate of compliance, releasing only Lot C from the order of conditions for 495 Newbury Street, DEP file number 14-731. Applicant Francis A. DeLuna. That's the applicant?
I represent the applicant.
Yeah, all right, it says applicant,
Yeah,
you're not the
The
applicant.
Kavanaugh Trust is the actual.
Applicant Kavanaugh Trust, is that
Yes.
on the paperwork?
I believe,
Yeah.
the request is being made by me. It doesn't actually ask for the applicants.
Yes, he's correct. And it references who the final order is issued to, and it represents who the request is being made by.
And the order's being issued to,
Well, the order is issued to Czar Inc. at the time in 1999. So, applicants.
Why it was Czar Inc., I believe Mr. Avazara was leasing the property at the time. And that's why it ended up in Czar as opposed to the Kavanaugh Trust.
and then there were transfers that never got picked up because, like you said, there was no financing, or someone had said, wait a minute, we need a COC.
All the entities that it was transferred to is a entity by Avazara.
So we release as to the original applicant, correct?
I would have to look at the form.
That's how you'd find it in the Registry of Deeds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's going to be whoever is listed on the original.
yeah. Okay, so I'll continue with, well, that's the end of my motion, I just interrupted with that question, but,
Okay, no, it's good to clarify.
yeah.
The motion's been made. Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, you're all
Thank you
set?
very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Will that
Thanks.
be mailed out, or can I pick it up, or?
If you want to call us tomorrow, you can pick it up, but we'll also mail it out, whatever works.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
All right, Mike, are you going to recuse yourself on this one?
I am. Actually, with regards to both 30 Water and 9 Tibbetts, they're both clients of mine, so it's unusual, but
I know.
You are the man. So we talked earlier, we have no minutes to review, and we'll have enough to adjourn, so you're free to go.
I'll step, well, we're all set?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think we can get by without you.
All right,
Yeah, so-
then, Okay.
Hey, thanks for
See everyone. Bye-bye.
Have a good
Bye.
night.
Enjoy your
Are
dinner.
you going to the conference?
I'll see if my Saturday's open. I have it penciled in.
Oh, really? Oh, that's great.
But if you're good,
Bye-bye. You're going, think about it.
I'm thinking about it.
Okay, the
So
next
long.
item is
So long.
Bye.
Bye.
a continued public hearing on a notice of intent for 9 Tibbetts Ave, DEP file number 14-1338. The applicant is Brian LeBlanc. The status of this hearing is neither the applicant nor his representative can make it here tonight, but they have sent us a letter asking that, telling us that they're going to modify the plan. We won't go into the details there, but they're asking that we suspend the search until for a peer review until the next hearing. That being said, I'll go first and just say it's a fairly slow process to find someone that can do this evaluation for us. So my thinking is that we do not want to stop the process of finding someone. I think we can always put the brakes on after the next hearing when we see what their revised plans are. But I would advocate having Georgia continue to search for someone that can make this review for us.
Right. I see no reason to, like, hold on to the search. If we find someone, we can just, like, have them wait, can't we?
We don't have to,
yeah, we can
Pay
define a
anything
date
yet, right?
for when they could go out there. So
Right.
it's up to the commission to determine that.
yeah. I think it makes sense to have somebody lined up.
Right.
I see that it doesn't make sense to put the applicant on the hook financially for something that we might decide in the end we don't need, but I think it makes sense to have somebody lined up.
Right. And that being said, we just have to be cognizant of the cost of all this. So, okay, that being said, I'll entertain a motion that we continue the search. I'm sorry, time out. Is there any questions from the audience? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion that we have Georgia continue the search for a consultant that's going to conduct a peer review down there at 9 Tibbetts Street.
I'll make a motion that we have the staff to the commission continue looking for a consultant for peer review for 9 Tibbetts Avenue, DEP file number 14-1339.
Motion's been made. Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
And then we'll also continue the hearing to the 27th.
And then could I have another motion to continue the hearing until, they want to come back on the 27th, Georgia? Until February 27th.
I'll make a motion to continue the hearing for 9 Tibbetts Ave, DEP file number 14-1339 to our next meeting on February 27th.
Motion's been made. Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Minutes. I did not receive any minutes. There were none? Okay.
No, they'll be added for the 27th.
All right, so the next meeting we'll do that. Any other old or new business that comes to mind?
Not that I've had.
We won't know until the next meeting how the new members
Oh,
get
yes.
assigned?
So the new member process from here forward is that the town manager will give his recommendations to the Board of Selectmen for their endorsement. So I think the commission's one of the few boards where the selectman has to endorse the town manager's suggestions. So they will be doing that at the Board of Selectmen meeting next Tuesday. And then we're hoping to have the candidates start on the 12th of March.
Also, they'd skip a meeting.
Yeah, we figured, so Dave and I were actually talking, on the 27th, it looks like we may only have 1 or 2 items, and they'll most likely be continued items. So we're thinking March would give them time to get some of their info, their packets, get used to things, and then start in March. And plus, it sounds like we need to get some more chairs up here if we have 3 more members coming in.
Yeah,
Okay, is that it for old or new business?
Yeah.
I think so.
All right, I guess we're done. So if we have a motion to adjourn,
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We're done.